Welcome. Blouse and skirt, pants and shirt. It's another video. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make some tasty green bananas. And you can use this as a side for your for your next upcoming event. We know we're gonna do a barbecue. We know it's the season for family and friends get together, and even co-workers, right? So we're going to show you can show up with something different, blow your guest away. Everyone's used to the potato this, potato that. Let's surprise them and let's have green banana on the menu. So to get started, let's get our pot. We want to get our pot and let's fill it with water. Okay, so let's get our pot filled with water. So let's go over here. So here we have our pot. Okay, so first we're going to fill our pot with water that we're going to use to make the green bananas. So let's go right here. I'm going to turn the stove on. We're going to bring our water to a boil. So we got our water. So that should be enough for the amount of green bananas we have. So we have that water heated up to come to a boil. I'm just going to cover it just to help to heat it faster, right? Then we're going to go back over here and we're going to tackle these green bananas. So come along with me here. Okay. All right. Here we are with our green bananas. Okay. See my card. Okay, so as our water is being heated, we're just gonna jump right into the bananas. So we're gonna get a bowl. I'm gonna need a bowl with, so we're gonna fill this up with water, and then I show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, so here we have our bowl with water. Next we're gonna go, so I have the bowl, let's have that there. And we have these bananas. So let's take off this wrapping that they have on it. Okay. And I'm actually just gonna take them and I'm just gonna put them into that, into that bowl with water. Here, so you can see. So there we go. Perfect. We can add more water if you like. Let's get rid of this. Look almost like bandages. Okay, next we're gonna mark the bananas. The term that we'll use is mark the bananas. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna take our knife, sorry, and we're gonna cut like the end of the banana, but we're not gonna take it all the way off. See, we're not gonna take it all the way off, and we're gonna come right here on this nice flat side that we have. I'm just gonna bring the knife down, and then we're gonna do the same right here. And so we'll just do that for all of our bananas. So go ahead, right, and just bring it down. So if you lift the banana up, you can look. So here it is. I guess if you are left-handed, you may do this along this line here. I'm right-handed, so I'll just go right here again. We're not going to cut it all the way off. And nothing is wrong if you do, just to let you know. And we're going to slit the peel all the way down. Then there. Okay. So we got just a few more to do. So let's just get these done. Let's get our practice. Okay. I'm just gonna. Now, normally when I'm doing green bananas, I like to do this ahead of time. Now, when I bought these, they were very green. They becoming to turn color. So I'm going to buy some more fresh one. And I think I'll do just a regular video. So this one is a live video. And I'll just do a regular video and upload it for you. So normally I would peel I would do this to my bananas and I would leave it, set it aside for maybe 30 minutes or more. So I try to do it ahead of time. That way all the sap that's in the banana can get time to drain out and drain into the water, and it helps to protect your hands. Because if I should go in right now as I am and I should try to peel these bananas, my hands will be stained for a week or more. And you can get it on your clothes as well. And wherever it gets onto, yeah, it's hard to get out. And so to save time, I'm just going to wear gloves. Normally I don't. Or you could, if you don't have any gloves, you can rub oil onto your hands before peeling, and that will protect your hands from the stain. But I do highly as well recommend prepping the bananas ahead of time by marking as what we just did, right? And just put it in the water, and that will help to relieve all those saps that will stain your hand or clothing. Okay, so let me put on those gloves and then we can get to peeling the banana. I also did take out a piece of salt fish, a salted cod, and I was thinking of having it. So I'm going to rinse it off, just rinse out all the extra salt. I'm going to put it in our pot that we're going to boil our bananas in. And that's going to be actually going to serve as the salt for this. So here's that codfish. I've removed all that excess salt, and so I'm just going to add it to our pot. Okay, now it's in the pot. Let me get my gloves on and let's get to peeling these bananas. As the water is almost to a boil already. So as I mentioned before, I am going to wear gloves since I didn't prep these bananas ahead of time, and I wanted you to see how I normally prep them. Okay, so now that we have our bananas, I'm just going to go ahead and just remove the skin, okay? I'm just trying to go slow here, you can see. So you're just going to go ahead and just use your hand. And sometimes it may seem a little harder, so we're just going to use our thumb there and just really try to remove the peeling of the banana. So it's a whole lot different than having a ripe banana. Whole lot different. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to peel. Don't be discouraged if it's not coming off perfect, okay? It's okay. You have the knife and you can scrape any extra peeling that may be left onto the banana. So see, I have all these little extras. I'm just going to go ahead and scrape and just remove them. Okay, there it is. I will put it back in the water so it doesn't get discolored until it's time to go into the pot, and we'll continue. I'm just going to put my knife there. I don't want to put it on my cutting board because I know it's going to stain it, but it's okay. All right, so let's just continue. As you can see, that's why we normally mark it on that side. You see, on that flat side, it tends to be easier than when you reach to the other part of the banana. And as soon as I said that, it started getting stuck. So we're just going to continue peeling here, though. Wow. So these bananas are, I don't know, they're a little, yeah. So anyhow, let's continue because they are, and look, we're going to come around to the other side that the slit was on, and I'm going to peel from that side as well because it seems like if I do it, look at that. So I did that side halfway and this side, that helped. That was that, because I got stuck there and I was like, oh, so I went over where the other slit is and I peeled the banana from there. So banana, yes, it's a great sign. And packed with irons in my. So go ahead. I grew up eating this. Should have a plate. Hold up. We can put our skin in. So let's get, there we go. There we go. And then all these don't have to be mixed. There we are. Normally when I'm peeling, you'll be buying the trash and you just be putting it in the bin. So won't be having a camera watching what you're doing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, just gonna peel. Remember what we did the last time when it got stuck? We went over to the other side where we had that slit. And look at that. Look at that. So look at that. So don't force yourself to try and just do it that one side. So you do that side, and when you get stuck, you go over to the other side, and it works out beautifully. I'm just gonna get all these bananas peeled. If you don't want to watch me peeling all these bananas, you can go ahead and you can skip ahead of this video. But then again, it's a good practice. So go ahead, grab your bananas, and let's peel together. So this is a step-by-step. Okay, so let's peel together. I'm surprised how fast we get stuck peeling. And again, not giving up, but you really have to put some pressure into it. But see, we're just going along and just trying to take that off right there. Okay, so I'm trying not to use my nails either, because I don't want to puncture the gloves. And you don't, if you put like a nail in, that's just your nails are gonna be black stained for a long while. So you try not to dig your nails in. We're just gonna use the pad of the thumb right there to remove the skin of the green bananas. Okay, so here we go. So I guess you could say it's a little more challenging than if you were peeling potatoes, right? You maybe have your veggie peeler and you would have finished peeling a dozen or more potatoes already. You could try and use a veggie peeler for this. I feel like it's just gonna, you know what, you sure can. And I'll be more than happy to try one with you and see what that looks like. Never use a veggie peeler for a green banana. I've always used my hands. But I will be more than happy to try and let's see. I've already have it marked though, but we'll still do it, right? So let's do this. Okay, so look at that. We're almost there. We just have one. And as we mentioned, we're thinking of using, and so you see the color, the discolored of the water. So that's from all the sap from the bananas. That's the sap from the bananas. So let's see what a veggie peeler would look like if you were supposed to use it on your banana. Really get stuck in. Let's see. Okay, so it will really make the banana kind of smooth. It will look a little, you won't have, so when you look at, but it doesn't matter though, right? So when you look at the banana, you can see the texture of the banana because you're just peeling just the skin off. This is gonna go a little deeper than the skin, so it looks smoother. But it could be me because I'm used to, again, you should never use the peeler and peel towards yourself like what I'm doing. I know, right? Telling you, do as I say, but as I do. But it's always comfortable to me though, because that's how I grew up, using knife to peel like yams and stuff. We'll hold it like this. And even like potatoes, didn't grow up with a peeler. I didn't have a peeler growing up, and so we just use the knife to do it, and this is how we'll do it. And guess what? We still have our 10 fingers. Listen again, we've been doing it, since you're a child. And then it gives me a way to have a hold on to it. Because can you imagine if I had the knife and doing like this with a knife? And that is why when we had the knife, we got to do it like that. And so using the veggie peeler, I'll say it's working out, but I feel like that takes up more time, using the veggie peeler to peel the green bananas. But go ahead and do it if that's how you can get it done, so you can have green bananas on your menu for your next get together or family meal. Go ahead and use it, so we'll see the difference, right? So we only did this one, so when we cook it, we'll look at it and see what it looks like. I feel like it's gonna look misshaped. Look at this. It's gonna look misshaped, but it's okay. It's gonna be unique, right? It's gonna be unique. So you know what? Go ahead and use it. Use it. If you can't deal with using your hands to peel it, it's gonna be too hard. Don't worry. Again, it takes practice. And so you want to try and get this on the menu, you know, you say like, oh, I ain't got time to learn to use my hands. Go ahead and use that veggie peeler. I'm all in. I'm all in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw off this water. It sounds like the water, and you don't even have to, but I'm just gonna do that. It sounds like the water because I'm gonna take my gloves off. So let me come back. And guess what? Our water is bubbling. So let me remove this out your way so you can stop seeing the eyesore of these green banana skins. Okay. Nice catch. Woo. No, you know, my grandmother used to, my grandma didn't throw away the banana skin. She would put it in the pot and she would boil it because it's rich in iron. So she would put it in and boil it. And sometimes when you finish cooking, that water that's in the pot that's left back, you just fill it in a cup and yeah, drink it. All right, so these are the bananas. You see how they kind of getting discolored, just like how when you peel your potatoes and they get discolored if you have them out for too long. But we had them in the water, so that would help. So what we're going to come here now, let's open up. Remember I told you I put my salted cod in the pot, and that's going to be served almost like our salt. So we don't need to add salt because I have the salted cod. Otherwise, you will salt it as you would making like boiled potatoes or mashed potatoes. So we're gonna go ahead and let's add our bananas to the pot. Another level that I'm gonna add, so because while boiling the banana, you will see foams on top, but it will get discolored, right? And so to avoid, and normally if you have other stuff in the pot, like we normally make like boiled dumplings when we're doing the bananas as well, and that will get discolored from that. So let me show you what you can do to get rid of these discoloration. And maybe I'll let it go a bit so that you can see. You can see step by step. So stay with me. I hope you are at the step now where you can get your bananas in. If not, you can always pause the video and get caught up and then continue cooking with us. So what you can add to the pot to prevent discoloration is something acidic. You can add some vinegar, that works well. Or you can squeeze some lime or lemon. Since I have this one, I'm just going to cut a... So, again, you don't have to use lemon. You don't have to use a slice of lemon. You can just add some lemon juice, lemon or lime juice, or you can use some vinegar, and that will help to keep discoloration at bay. I'm just gonna cut a thin slice of lemon and just add it to the water. Okay, let's go ahead and give our pot a stir. As you can see, it was already starting to get discolored. See how fast it happens? So this shows me that didn't fully scrape off, and we can always scrape that off at the end of. Oh, look at that. See, it looked like it scraped off. So the thing why you have this is just, this is one I was using with the peeler. It's just that there's that thin layer between the layer between the skin and the banana. When you have some left back on, that's where that is from. That lemon should help us, and plus when we finish cooking it, we can just it can comes off way easier. In fact, I've seen people who boil the banana in the skin. So we're gonna try that. We'll try that in another video, and boil it in the skin and see what that looks like. So they boil it in the skin and then peel it after. So that's something you can try. So I'll advise you that you'll mark it just as how we did at the beginning. So take the knife and you slit the top, slide all the way down the length of the banana, slit the bottom, and then boil it. It's gonna take a little longer because it's in that thick green skin and it's not ripe, so the skin isn't thin, so it's much thicker. So it will take a little longer to boil. But yeah, go ahead and do that, and that may work out easy, and then you can just peel it. Again, you will have to wait while it's cool some before you can peel it, all right? And so you wouldn't be able to just take it straight from the pot and serve it hot. So you have to wait for it to cool down some. But then you can always heat it up. Once you peel it, you can always heat up a pot of water and add some salt and just add it back. But this is how I grew up doing it. I'll normally peel it ahead of time. But we will do a video and see what it looks like unpeeled. So if you want me to do a video cooking it with the peels on, please let me know in the comments. But thank you all so much for joining again. I really appreciate you. Blouse and skirt, pants and shirt, my Biba fam. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please go ahead, give us a subscription. Would really appreciate it. Just gonna help us grow and reach more people. Okay, so that's gonna come to a boil. I'm gonna cover it. I'm not gonna cover it all the way up because I don't want it to boil over. You know what I have? I have a ripe plantain, and it looks really ripe. So I'm going to add it to the pot. Normally, I do not peel my plantains before adding it to the pot. But I am going to do it this time only because this is so stuck on that it can't come off. And I don't want it to be cooked in with all my food. So let's come over here and we're going to get it peeled. Now, the plantain, especially because it's so ripe, it's going to take a way less time to boil than the green bananas. So we don't need to add it in the pot at the same time. So we're going to wait for a bit, maybe when the banana, maybe about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 7 minutes prior to removing the bananas from the pot. We can add our ripe plantain. Again, if it was in the skin, I would put it in earlier, but because I'm going to remove the skin, I won't. Okay, let's come over here and let's get okay, so here's the green banana plantain. Plantain, people, plantain. Plantain. I don't know how you pronounce it. However you pronounce it, it's that delicious fruit that I don't think it's a fruit. Similar to banana, but it's not banana. It's bigger than banana. It's longer. Okay. So here, I just marked it just as I would the banana, if you saw that. And I'm just going to take the skin off. Again, main reason why I'm taking it, I guess I could have just cut this part out. Oh man, Yeah, I know. Thinking about it now, I was like, why didn't I just cut the part off that has, just cut that part of that skin that has the tag on it. That's all I gotta do. Take a knife and, okay, next time we live and we learn for next time, people. Okay, so we can throw this away. And then we'll just, I think I'm just gonna, this just has a little bit of the, from the skin, it's like just like the banana. So, okay, I'm just gonna cut this in maybe 4. It's up to you and how much you want to cut it in, okay? There's no rule. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl until it's time to add it to the pot. Now, while our bananas are being cooked, to go side, I'm going to make it. Now, you can just make your banana as your side and have it with whatever dish you're making. Okay, what I'm going to have it with today is that salted cod. So I'm going to, it's in the pot boiling. I'm going to remove it soon. And now I'm going to cut up what we'll say seasoning that we're going to use for the salted cod. Okay, so ahead of time I grabbed my stuff. I got, oh, do I have my garlic? I love garlic. I got my onions, got some green scallion or green onion, tomato. If you have any pepper, I don't have any pepper at this time, like red, green pepper, red bell pepper. If you have any bell or sweet pepper, you can go ahead and use that. I don't have any right now, but it's not gonna stop me. I'm just gonna get my, okay, I'm just gonna go and, so you got our garlic. I'm gonna add the garlic. I like garlic. In fact, I feel like I'm not gonna chop the garlic this time. I normally chop my garlic up. I think I'm gonna keep it whole, just have it almost like a roasted garlic in there. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my garlic whole this time. That's gonna be the dream. Oh, anyhow, what's your plan for the season? Are you, I think, you know, I'm making this banana. I think we'll do maybe a few more side dish, because you're always looking for side dishes, right? What can I make? And let's try and make something different. So we have this. This is our green bananas, right? Green banana side. This is our special. Now, next time we can look at, go ahead and get some, because what I got at the store is, I think it's called tara root. Go ahead, grab some tara root. Tara, I think it's tara. I think that's what they have, tara root or tara tube, something. I'll pick it up in Jamaica. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick some up, and next time we can do that as our side. Okay, so this is my cutting board sponge. Okay, so we got our garlic to the mix, and I will just crack those when we're ready. Have my onion. I love onion. I get that new one, but let's just finish this up. The reason why I wasn't gonna do it is because I have it diced. I didn't want diced onion. I really didn't. But let's just use it. Yes, it's gonna be all different shapes and size right now. It's okay. It's still gonna be onion. It's still gonna have the flavor. So it's gonna be delicious. Okay. And believe me, I could eat more onion, like that is nothing for me when it comes on to onions. Again, I normally dice up my garlic. I just don't feel like doing diced garlic today. I'm just gonna do it like that, and then just it's gonna be almost like a roasted garlic. Then we have this the green onions. We'll put it towards more towards the end. I don't even think I want so much because I'm not making a lot of saltfish. It's almost like a one serving. And I'm doing it with tomatoes. No, you could do like baked beans. Yeah, you can fancy it up or you know, as you know, it's served in that in the ackee and saltfish as well. You can use up tomatoes, that codfish, however you like. I like it with some okra as well. I do like okra, so that's another way that I would do it a lot of times is with okra. Okay. I'm going to show you what our banana looks like just to keep you in the loop. Oh. And so this is what I was telling you will come on top. So that's from all the sap that's coming from the banana. And normally it would be discolored. And you see how it's sticking to the banana itself? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to scrape that off. And that's why it was, yeah, that's why we put that lemon, and that helps with the discoloration. We could add more too, but normally it would be like a bright purple. So now you see that it would be a bright purple if we didn't put that lemon in there. So this is just all the sap from the banana. Again, that will just anything it gets when you're peeling it. Now it's good, it's all boiled out, but before it would just stick to it, and that would be a stain. You'll just ruin your favorite outfit. So that's something to bear in mind as you go ahead preparing the green bananas, is that before it gets to the pot, yeah, you want to be very careful. I'm going to go ahead and I think I can take out my salt fish right now. So look at it. This is it. It's been cooking in there for a bit. So here it is. I'm going to put it in a bowl and put some cold water in it so it can cool down so I can handle it. Should get a spoon. And then we're going to clean it up. So we're going to remove, it's almost like the skin. So I'm going to show you all of that as well. I got a spoon. Oh, it's gone. I was going to try and remove some more of this. Again, this is just all natural from the banana. So don't be freaked out, okay? This is all from the banana. And normally if you could have gotten, if we had used maybe a spoon at the beginning, that would have just gotten, try and get everything off all at once. Well, yeah. Again, you can always add more lemon to it. I just use that piece. But you can always add more lemon or vinegar, just something acidic to help. Okay. So we'll just cover this and just let it continue to boil. Ready for a salted codfish. So I'm gonna slice up this tomato. So it's gonna be almost like a tomato base. I have no special way to slice it. I don't want to lose all the juices. And that's gonna add to our dish and to help it to not be like dry. So I'm just gonna try and save everything there. I think this tomato was on the verge of passing away, so we're just going to make use of it. And in that way, we preserve the integrity, the dignity of the precious tomato and its life, and give it a purpose, right? So there we go. So everything is all cut, and we can start on the saute. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna get that codfish that I showed you, and we're gonna clean it up. Okay, so here's the codfish. You see, I didn't use a lot. So I'm just trying, it's just like just making a one serving. But then you look at all the onions, I'm sure, and the garlic, you're like, ah, is that really one serving? And so I'm gonna get it cleaned up. So I'm just gonna scrape off this. Now I realize that these ones that I've got, they're so big, so I'm just really gonna remove all of that from it. Now I will tell you, this is one of those things where you gotta be careful of bones. I'm not too worried about bones because again, I grew up eating this. I grew up eating a lot of fish, and so I'm not scared. I love to have whole fish. That's my favorite way to have fish, is to just have it nicely whole. No, I won't eat the head. I won't eat the head. So I won't judge if you remove the head and cook it, and remove the head from the fish and just serve me everything else. Yeah, because I won't eat the head. But if the head is on there, no problem. I'll just eat all his other his relatives, and then he can be stuck there alone. So no head. But I'm not scared of it. It doesn't scare me. I remember my father used to go fishing. I used to be the one, whenever he would catch the fish, I would be the one to clean it up. So I would bring it up, and he's like, here you go. And I'll spend the next hour or however long doing that. Gutting it, that took me a while. Oh, I used to cringe. Oh my God, I used to hate that part. I did not enjoy the gutting. So that took me a while. So here we go. And it had that big piece of bone. So I'm gonna leave that bone too. That's flavor. I'm not scared of bones. So this, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. So I'm just gonna throw away all these and then come right back over. Yeah, this sponge is a celebrity. Blouse and skirt, pants and shirt. Oh. So here's the saltfish, right? And I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna make it too small, just to break it up. I didn't take off that layer under the skin from this piece. I wanted to try it. I have these. I'm just going to remove it, and this is when you can remove any extra bones. Again, I'm just going to make this for myself, so I'm not too worried about removing extra bones. Famous last words, right? I'll be extra careful, I promise. So I'm just going to remove all the bits and pieces of that cod meat from the bone. But I am going to put this bone in the pot when I'm sauteing it. Sweet to the bone. I'm just going to do that. Okay. So here we go. All right. So then we're going to have that. And that's going to be our saltfish. So you see, it's not a lot. Let me go wash my hands. Let's get a fork. So let's get a fork and let's check our bananas and see where they are at. Cover off. So let's test and let's see how these bananas are coming along. Again, I feel like I'm scaring you off with the color because it's not as clear as it could be. And I'm just going to blame myself because I have I didn't do a good job of removing that film on top, and so it's kind of gets stuck to it. And then, but don't you worry. Okay, I'm just gonna try, so you can just sink your fork in it. Yeah, it's still firm, but it's cooked. It doesn't take forever to cook bananas. So this simply cooks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the ripe plantain. I'm really disappointed with this water. I'm going to be honest. I feel like changing this water. I really do. I really feel like changing it. Now I'm going to add the plantains. And so I feel so bad for the plantains because they're going to be stuck with those ooey gooey stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this pot around the back. Let it continue cooking. All right. Oops. Don't do this at home. I'm gonna cover it as we did before. And then we're gonna get a new pot. And we can start sauteing for our codfish. So let me turn this on. Okay, pot is heated. We're gonna go ahead and add. Today I am using avocado oil. I want to check and see how our bananas are doing in behind here, only because it's on a smaller flame, but it's looking good. So let's let that cook with the plantain. So now that we had that, it's gonna add our seasoning. Let's add our onion and garlic. Okay. First, I am gonna start off with my garlic because I was trying to get that kind of a roasted garlic finish for this. I'm gonna add my onions. And you know what I gotta do after this? I'll have to clean the stove. I would have done this outside, you know, I put it outside. Oh, because you know why? Because that's all the juice is from the garlic. Because I cracked it. It's okay, everyone. It's okay. Yeah, see that garlic? Nice. Put the garlic in some color. Okay, let's just leave that now. Let these get a little saute before we go ahead and add our saltfish. Ooh, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Now I'm gonna add my saltfish. I like onions. You can cook it until they're like translucent. I like onion, and I do like nice crispy. So the less cooking is cooked out for me is yeah, it's better. So I'm gonna go ahead. So here we got our saltfish. Alright. Alright. Okay, there we go. Next, we're gonna go ahead. And we're gonna add our tomatoes. Or it was slices of tomato. We actually use just one because it's just one serving. So, but depending, it's up to you and how much you'd want to use. See, it's gonna have some juice to it now, right? Natural juice from the tomato. Again, if you had sweet pepper and stuff, that would be pretty good. Don't have it, so we're okay. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple. Okay, and we're just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna turn the flame on low so that everything can go ahead and just kind of simmer down. And that is simmering down. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some freshly cracked black pepper. Now, if you don't have that, go ahead and use what you have. Go ahead and use whatever black pepper you have. Ready? Ooh, let's look at those plantain. There we go. So we are getting ready. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna add the green onions, and then I'm gonna turn the heat off. And depending, you can crush the tomatoes if you like. It's all up to your preference. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get a tongue to help us to remove those bananas. I do still have the heat on. I still have those. We still have the beautiful ripe plantains, but I know those they don't take long. Well, you know what? They didn't get discolored, so okay, we're good. They didn't get discolored. So here's a banana. So let's try and see if we can plate up our banana. Okay. So let's go over to our cutting board. We're gonna work on plating it. Now, it doesn't matter how simple your food is, you can plate it and let it look, let it looks nice. And just, as I said, we eat with our eyes first. And let it look like a 5-star meal. No, I'm not telling you that this is gonna look like a 5-star meal. But yes, when we're plating our food, we want it to look good. Doesn't matter how simple it is. Okay. Got our board, so let's get plating. So here we have our plate. So I'm gonna use Okay, here we have our green bananas. So I have this one. Just gonna put one here. Let's get another one. Put him right there. See how nice they look on your plate? Next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get me a green plant, a ripe plantain, one of those boiled ripe plantain. Okay, so here we go. For presentation, you can just put it on just like that. I'm actually gonna try and make it a little more presentable, and I'm gonna get it on my cutting board. I'm gonna get a knife. And I'm gonna slice into this plantain. Okay, so we're just gonna slice into it. Nothing, I'm not doing anything fancy, just slicing. It is hot. It is hot. Okay, let's see, we did it out of the skin, but we still get a nice finish on it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna let's give it a little, yeah, there we go, a little push, right there we are. And let's clean this up. Okay, so there we have that. Next, let's get our saltfish. So here is our saltfish. And we're just gonna add that to our plate. If it's someone you didn't like, you could just put this at the bottom. No, I'm not being cruel, so don't do it. I was gonna add it to it because I'm gonna eat it, but for presentation, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna take it out. I'm just gonna put it right here in the middle. Okay, there we go. Good job. There we are. We want to show up that saltfish. Come on, saltfish. Take the front page, saltfish. Come on. It's your time to shine. Go ahead and shine. I'm just taking out some pieces. Just putting it right there. To finish off this look, what I will go ahead and do now is I will cut up some more fresh green onions just to add that pop of color now again, because what we had before is kind of gotten lost. So let's just get some fresh ones. And let's just because yes, whenever this person is showing food and it looks extra pretty, they take the time to make it that way. So don't let them fool you, okay? So there we have it. What do you think? Look at this humble meal, and you can get it to look beautiful and presentable. So I want to thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. Please, again, if you like this video, go ahead and give us a like, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, subscribe. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel to help us grow and to reach a broader audience. And so we can pay the water and electric bill and buy more food to cook. So look at that. I was thinking of having to finish. I'm going to put a little lettuce. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put it beneath that banana right there. All right, there we go. And the lettuce right there. Here we go. We'll get another little piece so we can finish as the backdrop for these bananas. And there we go. What do you think? Did the lettuce even make sense? I mean, did it even add to the dish? Did it take away from the dish? But here it is, the finished product. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Until next time, blouse and skirt, pants and shirt. Take care of yourself and be kind to each other. Have a good one, guys. Bye.